Hello guys, in today's video, we're gonna check out the best cooperative board game in this year. I made this list based on my personal opinion, and I've tried to list them based on their price, quality, durability, and many more. To find out more information about these cooperative board game, you can check out the description below. If you want to get a best quality cooperative board game according to your needs, then watch the video till the end, and then decide to buy. At the first position of our list, we have Asmodee Mysterium. Mysterium's premise: a murder has been committed at a mansion called Warwick Manor. The players are psychic investigators trying to determine what happened, with one person acting as the ghost, trying to lead them to the answer. The ghost can only communicate through visions, depicted by cards, and the others, using intuition and the clues they've been given, must work together to figure out the weapon, location, and killer. Mysterium is best for children aged 10 or older and is designed for 2 to 7 players. Because there are so many different options for weapons and locations, the game can be enjoyed over and over. There are also a handful of expansion packs available. Each round takes about 45 minutes, making it ideal for family game nights. It can be played as a 2-person game as well, with one player taking on the role of 2 psychics, while the other is the ghost. Moving on to the next at number 2 with Czech Games Codenames, Duet, the 2-player word deduction game. The idea is that you and your partner are on a secret mission and need to make contact with certain agents, while avoiding dangerous ones, assassins. Yikes. But like all worthy games, there's a catch. You know only the agents that are safe for your partner, and vice versa, so you need to give each other simple, one-word clues. It's quite fun for date nights, because it feels like solving a puzzle together, and you can try to tailor your clues based on what you know about how your partner thinks. You don't need to own the original Codenames to play this one, but if you do, you'll be happy to know that there are 400 new words that are compatible with that version as well. Codenames is a popular spy-themed game that has launched many spin-offs, including this fast-paced one that works especially well as a 2-player session. It's suitable for kids ages 10 and older, although slightly younger kids can pick it up with some help, and each round lasts only 15 minutes. The number 3 position is held by Fireside Games' Castle Panic. Castle Panic, which is suitable for children ages 10 and older, is a great introduction to board games, or in some cases, a reintroduction, if you're an adult who hasn't played in a while. The point of the game is that everyone works together to defend the castle from monsters like goblins, orcs, or trolls. You'll need to fight and slay them, using cards, and also plan ahead to make sure your fortress stays protected. Younger kids can also play with a little patience and assistance, and you can choose to add one slightly competitive element. Although you win or lose as a team, the person who earns the most victory points is named Master Slayer. Each game lasts for about 1 hour. As the name suggests, there are definitely moments of suspense, so it's a good way to get video game loving kids interested in off-screen family time. Next at number 4 we have Gamewright Outfoxed game. You want to teach your kids how to win and lose gracefully, but sometimes, especially in the case of squabbling siblings, you just need a game they can play together peacefully. In Outfoxed, a 2 to 4 player game that takes about 30 minutes to play, a prize pot pie has been stolen. Using evidence, players must work together to suss out the suspect using clues and an evidence scanner before the fox escapes. Outfoxed is aimed at kids ages 5 and older, and it gives children a chance to practice several important skills: deductive reasoning, memory, and cooperation. Some parents also make the game a little trickier for older kids by creating new rules, such as increasing the fox's range and not allowing clue spots to be visited more than once. The number 5 position is held by Peaceable Kingdom Friends and Neighbors, the helping game. With themes that revolve around social emotional learning, this game was created to help younger kids practice their empathy skills. It can be played with 1 to 4 people, and each game lasts about 10 minutes, perfect for those short attention spans. Although the company's recommended age is 3 and older, some 2-year-olds are also able to enjoy it. Kids older than 4 might find that it moves too slowly. The idea is that the game boards depict certain situations, like a child who is afraid of the dark, or a cat who is stuck in a tree. Players reach into the bag of helping tokens and try to make a match like a teddy bear or a ladder. When parents or caregivers play one-on-one with a child, It can lead to some interesting conversations, which is the true magic of the game. Because while it's fun to make the matches, what's even more fulfilling is the chance to talk to your little one about how these situations might relate to their own life. The number 6 position is dominated by Fabled Nexus Greater Than Game Spirit Island. Warning, this cooperative game, which is suitable for up to 4 players ages 14 and older, is complicated to learn and can take up to 2 hours to play. But its fans say the investment in time is worth it, and praise the rich details as well as the fact that each player also works independently to manage their own character. The premise is that each person represents a spirit with their own distinct powers, and the goal is to defend the land from colonist invaders. For many, this is a refreshing twist, because often board games are set up so the players represent the invaders trying to take over new territory. Because there are so many different spirit characters and ways to play. No 2 games are identical, the replay value of the game is quite high, and there are expansion packs available as well. The game also encourages lots of table talk among players, because you're working towards a common goal, and you need to plan ahead, strategize, and figure out the best ways to divide your strengths. Moving on to the next at number 7 with Cephalofair Games Gloomhaven. Gloomhaven is a board game of thematic and tactical combat wrapped in an amazing and immersive fantasy storytelling. The game has caught the board gaming world by surprise to become the highest-rated board game of all times in a matter of months. Overall, session after session, you will find yourself hooked into leveling up your hero, who will eventually retire to allow new characters of more powerful classes to enter the game. The city of Gloomhaven features a development path, as it also evolves together with players by introducing new rules progressively. Are you ready for the biggest gaming ride? The number 8 position is held by Pandemic Legacy, Season 2. Pandemic Legacy Season 2 is the latest episode of the highly successful Pandemic Legacy series. The game features a full cooperative experience where every player has an instrumental role in the overall success. The term legacy implies that the physical game, cards, board, etc., changes throughout the game's sessions, creating a unique story. Characters might die, cities may fall, and cure may never be found. In general, movement around the world is straightforward and is driven by lines connecting different locations. Players can hop from one city to another traveling by land or sea. Depending on the scenario, you will find yourself visiting different areas of the world trying to prevent diseases, discovering cures, building infrastructure, or helping your teammates. Overall, the legacy mechanism of the ever-changing world adds another dimension to an already captivating theme and streamlined gameplay. Rules change partway through the game, and new components get added, forcing players to adapt their gameplay throughout the campaign. Next at number 9, we have Robinson Crusoe. Robinson Crusoe Adventures on the Cursed Island draws inspiration from the eponym book written by Daniel Defoe and published in 1719. Depending on the scenario, you will either build a bonfire, fight cannibals, run from lava, capture King Kong, or even build a family. Not only do scenarios have different goals, but they also feature specific rules, actions, events, and weather. As a result, each scenario is unique and highly thematic. Finally, at the end of the turn, you have to roll the weather dice. However, the weather roll can be punishing and deadly, especially if you are not ready for it. To prepare, you need to have the roof above your head to protect yourself from rain and snow. Additionally, building a palisade guards your hut against wild animal attacks. Apart from Robinson Crusoe being one of the best co-op board games we have played, it also works well with almost any number of players. In fact, it has earned its place amongst the best single-player board games out there in one of our solo-player shootouts. Check it out for more details. Finally, the number 10 position is dominated by Legendary, a Marvel deck-building game. Well, for once, the game that says everything in its name. Legendary, a Marvel deck-building game, is a deck-building game of superheroes set in the Marvel Universe. The game is both cooperative and competitive at the same time. Cooperative in a sense that all players win if they defeat the mastermind. And competitive, since the player with the most points at the end of the game wins. The board game setup takes some time. Despite it being a card game, you need to select a scenario, call schemes to play, and one mastermind to fight with. Lastly, you need to form the villain and hero decks. Each player starts the game with a deck of 12 agents, The cards can be used to recruit superheroes or fight bad guys. As players progress in the game, they get to grow their deck by hiring superheroes. It provides for additional firepower, special abilities, and prepares agents to face the mastermind. Additionally, some cards may represent supporting effects. For example, drawing more cards, increasing your fighting power, or moving some villains around. The best part of Legendary is that you can create devastating card combinations and chain reactions. Building an efficient card deck is essential to winning the game. It allows you to plan your attack upfront and deliver the strike consisting of multiple connected attacks dealing immense damage. That's all for today. We upload all types of sports products review videos every single day. So, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon for the upcoming video notification.